All right, it is time for my weekly What Sold video. Thank you for coming to my channel. If you are a new watcher, my name is Heather and I'm a full-time reseller. I sell mostly on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. I make a few sales on Facebook Marketplace and Depop, which I did have this week. So I'm gonna share those with you in this video. Please consider subscribing if you like reseller content and you haven't subscribed yet. I do 3 videos a week normally. These next couple of weeks will be kind of iffy with volleyball season finishing up. I'm going to be very busy and out of town, a couple of 3-day tournaments, a couple weeks. So I don't know if I have anything that's going to be coming out on Sunday, but if not, I should definitely have one coming out on Tuesday. Once that's done in November, I should be back to all of my normal scheduled videos. So don't think I'm just like forgetting about you guys. I just am busy and I'm not very good at planning ahead at making videos. So, okay, so we are gonna get into it. I'll let you know what I sold on all 5 of the platforms. Let me know down below how your sales have been this past week. Mine, I feel like were actually pretty decent. eBay was pretty slow the last couple of days, so thankfully I'm making sales on other platforms to make up for the slow sales on eBay. These are gonna be sales from October 6th to October 13th. So we'll start with Facebook Marketplace. I just made a sale last night on this Nordic Beach Sherpa. This is the first time I've ever sold this brand before. I think I originally heard about it on Jack and Ryan's channel, and they talked about it. There wasn't very many available, so I think that worked out well in my favor, although I looked it up on eBay and this did sell on Facebook Marketplace. So the buyer messaged me and asked me if I could go any lower. I think I have everything on my marketplace on a 20% off sale. So it was already marked down a little bit, and then she asked if I could go lower than that. So I went down to 40. I mean, that's what I told her, that I would go down to $40. And she's like, okay, I don't know how to buy it or something. So I'm just like, you can do it through Facebook Marketplace. And she ended up just buying it for the listing price of $44, I think. Let me check. Yeah, so she just bought it for $44, and that was my only sale on Facebook Marketplace, but a pretty good one. I don't remember the fees on Marketplace. If I figure it out while I'm editing this video, I'll pop it up here somewhere, but I do think they're lower than like Poshmark and eBay and stuff like that. So that was a good sale. And then Depop, I had a couple of sales and one really good one. So I sold these pair of Cole Haan shoes very quickly. These were a black leather women's size 10. They were a penny loafer style with a little bit of a block heel. They sold on Depop within like a day. And they sold for $29.80. So I think that was an offer I sent out on Depop. You can send out offers. And they used to have it where you would have to put in the offer that you wanted, but now it automatically has like a 10% offer, a 15% off, and you can just like click one of them. So it makes it super easy to send out offers. So that was a great sale, especially because it was so fast. Next was an Eileen Fisher shirt. This like weirdly was getting a ton of likes on Depop. It was just a blue linen like oversized shirt. So I don't really understand why. It did sell for $29.80. Again, that's on an offer that I sent out. So originally listed for $35. I think that's a 15% discount. And then I sold these Hoka shoes. These were actually like really dirty in the toe. And I was like, bought them. I'm like, everything else is good. I swear I'm going to be able to clean this off, get them looking really nice. I got them home and I couldn't. So that sucked. So anyway, they sold for $21.30, which actually is like not bad for how dirty they looked. And then my really good sale was this coat. If you didn't watch my last haul video, I will post it up here because that was my featured item in that video. It was a Wilson's leather coat. It reminded me of the coat that Phoebe has worn in Friends. That's what I put like in my keywords. It was also Penny Lane is a style, I think, with this faux fur and leather. That's a good keyword to put in if you're selling a coat like this. So this was getting attention on all of the platforms, and it did sell for my full asking price of $135 on Depop. So I can tell you right here with the fees because it shows it to me on my receipt. The buyer paid shipping. They paid $13.50 for that. There was a transaction fee of $5.74. Wow, I can't talk. And then a Depop fee of $13.50. So I am getting $115.76 from that, and I paid $30 for that at a thrift world like last week. So super fast flip. That's amazing. I was like really excited about that sale. I'll do Mercari next. Only a couple sales there. It wasn't really that great. First was this Vince Camuto poncho. This was also in that recent haul video. I did have a couple of people comment on my video or message me about this poncho. But it ended up selling on Mercari very quickly for $38.58. I don't know what's going on with Mercari because I did not list it for $38.50. And if I send out offers, it's never like with cents added onto it. So I don't know if Mercari is running some sort of promotion or what, but that was still a great price. I only paid 99 cents for that because the Thrift World originally had marked it so stupidly high that even on half price day, the people didn't want to pay that price. And so it lasted all the way through until the 99-cent day or 98 cents. And I got it for that. That thrift store too, on Sundays, which is the very last day of the color, they'll put those things down to 48 cents, which is like insane. But I hardly ever thrift on Sundays just because I'm going to church and I'm usually just with family. And then sometimes the kids have youth group, and if they don't, we're trying to do a date night. So I don't often get there on Sundays, but I don't know. I also met somebody at my local Counts of Love thrift store that I think watches my channel, and I don't remember her name. So if you're watching this, I'm really sorry. I feel like really bad, but she said for those kind of sales, what she does, which I think is a great idea, is that she'll get like the coats and different kind of clothes, especially when it's at like 48 cents, and just like spend $5 to $10 and take stuff down to the homeless shelter. So I think that's actually really great. And if your thrift stores offer something like that and you have the time that you can go do that, you can get some really like good stuff still that people could use instead of it just going to a landfill or wherever they end up taking this stuff. They don't have a bins like they do for the Goodwill. So I don't know exactly where it goes once it goes through all of the cycle there. Okay, let's keep going. I sold a pair of Born boots. These were a tall leather in a size 6. They sold for $50. And then I sold this Beyond Yoga hoodie. This was light blue cropped, new with tags, in a size extra small, and that sold for $25. So that's my few Mercari sales. We will go on to eBay. I sold these LuLaRoe skinny jeans. These were in a size 28, black high rise. The ones that are in a like a 32 or higher seem to do better for me, but these smaller sizes can still do okay. These ones that I say they sold for $30, if not, that's what they sold for. Next were a pair of Vionic shoes. These were a size 11, white leather shoes. I did end up getting, I don't know if you remember, I think I posted about it, but there was like some like color transfer or something, blue on the top of them. But I used rubbing alcohol and it came off super easy. So I got that off and I listed them for 30 and someone offered me 25. So I sold those super quick. Next was an Anthropologie size extra small pink camo ruffle tank top. I've had this for a little while. It wasn't really that great of an item to pick up probably because of the size especially. And it sold for 13. Next was a Brighton purse, which maybe I underpriced it. I don't know because I could not find comps for this exact purse. My Google Lens does not work on my phone, but I did like lots of searching, and after a while I'm like, I'm not wasting my time anymore like searching around forever. So it was this multicolor like leather purse. It had like kind of like patchwork and it had love printed out on it. I got it from a new rack at a Goodwill. I paid $8 for it and it sold like within hours for $52. So I'm still happy with that flip, but maybe I could have got more for it. I don't know. If you ever, there should be a picture up here. So if you've ever seen it or sold it and I undersold it, let me know. So hopefully I'll know for next time. Next was a Kate Spade purse. This was a large black and white checkered plaid purse. I got this a long time ago in a name brand ThredUp box. I was like, am I saying that right? Yeah. So really long time I've had this. It sold for $40 with free shipping. That was back when I was doing free shipping on everything. So I was really glad to move that out. Next were a pair of Keens. These were a pair of eight. These were a pair of tan canvas shoes that had a closed toe style and they were a size 8.5. They sold for $28. This was a really great sale. It was a new with tags Athleta skirt. So, or more like, I guess it wasn't a skirt. I'm stupid. It's like a skirt layered over leggings. They were in a size extra large, which was great, plus new with tags. And it did sell for my full asking price of $65. So that was amazing. It was called the Elation 2-in-1 skirt layered leggings. So if you see those, any of those skirt layered leggings from different brands seem to do good for me. These ones just did amazing. Next was a J. Jill shirt. This was in a size petite extra large, blue and yellow striped. It did say Love Linen on the top. So usually those ones do pretty decent for me, especially in the larger sizes. This one sold for $20. Next were a pair of Pedro Garcia sandals. I got these at the bins with my sister a while ago. I don't really shop there anymore because our bins suck for clothes and shoes. You can kind of get lucky, but since our Goodwill doesn't price stuff that high, I just feel like there's not that good of stuff there. So anyway, they were a size 10 and they sold for $20. Next were a pair of Lululemon leggings. These were size 6 and they were the crop in the flow style capri leggings and they sold for $15. Next was a Lily Pulitzer shirt in a size medium. This was the Skipper tunic. I think I have a dress with the same design on it, and this one sold for $25. I sold this soft surroundings top super quickly. It wasn't a size medium, green velvet with some ruffle detail on the front. That sold for $22. Next was a Rails heart print size medium Simone top. This was in a size medium, and I just said that, didn't I?
Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb.
I'm dumb. Sold for $18. I sold this Joseph Ribkoff jacket in a size 10. These have been selling fairly well for me as far as quickly, but not for a lot of money. So if it's cheap, I will still, I think, continue picking them up. This was a black-white, just like jacket with a big collar, sold for $25. Next is a good Bolo brand. It is the brand CP Shades. So I pick this up almost every time I get it, although I had a linen type sweater recently and it sat forever and did not sell for very much, but the other linen, actually I don't think it was linen, it was cotton. The linen stuff usually does really well for me. This was a size medium white jacket and it sold for $80, so that was amazing. Next was an Eileen Fisher size medium organic cotton button-up top, sold for $40. I sold these pair of Zaya Active pants. These were in a high-rise style, size extra, extra large women's, and they sold for $25. I sold these Anthropologie Saturday Sunday pants. These were a pair of like loungewear, kind of like sweatpants. And someone offered me $15, and after I looked up comps, they weren't that great. I need to get back to, so I mean, it was a fast sale. I'm trying to pick up stuff right now that's either gonna flip fast or flip for $30 or more. And I feel like so rushed on time with volleyball that I haven't been taking as much time in the thrift store to look stuff up if it's brands that I know, but I probably need to. Anyway, they sold for $15 super fast, so at least it was a fast flip. And that's it, I think, on eBay. So let's move on to Poshmark. I sold this J. Crew active white pleated tennis skirt for $13 in a size large. I got this just because I thought tennis skirts were in, but this style, or this brand, I guess, didn't do that great. I don't know. I wish I would have been selling it at the beginning of like spring, summer, but it was just listed recently, so that's okay. Next was the brand Escape. This is like a evening wear formal brand. This was a pink sequin V-neck, like long maxi dress, and it sold for $47. I sold this pair of Born boots in a size 8. They were heeled round toe mid-calf boots for $11. Kind of got rid of some older inventory this week, so that's nice. Although I wonder if I should have just left those alone because of the season. I don't know. I always change what I'm doing in my business, and I like go back and forth with different strategies. So right now I do markdowns every once in a while because I don't want to have stuff for like literal years. Just not what I prefer to do. Next are a pair of Garnet Hill pajamas. They were in a different size when I got them home. I realized that one was extra small, one was small. They sold for $16. Next were a pair of New With Tags Title IX shorts in a size 4. These were called the Big B shorts and they sold for $37. So that's great for a pair of shorts. Next is the brand Toad & Co. This is like an outdoor hiking type brand. These were a size 8 green skinny pants and they sold for $30. Next was the brand Eberjay, which I thought could be a good bolo hearing from some other people, but this was a men's size large pajama top. It possibly could have been better if I had the set, like the pants and the top. This one sold for $18, so that's just okay. Next was a Lululemon Scuba hoodie. This was an older style, multicolor. It was called a Frozen Flourish print, and that sold for $30. Okay, and then I sold this J. Crew ruffle midi cottagecore dress. This was in a size 14. I just picked this up recently at a thrift store for I think $5 to $7, and it sold for $25. I sold these pair of figs in a size large, tall, Cade straight leg scrub pants for $15. The jogger styles definitely do better than the straight leg. Next were a pair of Ariat jeans in a size 33. These were a bootcut style. I think they did have a decent number of flaws. I only sold them for $20. Usually I can get more than that, especially for the larger sizes of Ariat jeans. I sold these Athleta pants in a size large. These were the Peak Hybrid Fleece Flare pants, and they sold for $26. Next are a pair of Miss Me jeans. So these actually still sell for me pretty decent if I don't have to pay too much for them. These ones were in a size 27 and they were a skinny style, and they sold for $25. I sold this Acne jacket. I actually got this in a ThredUp designer box, but I've had it for quite a while. It was marked down, I think, to like 90 or 80, and it wasn't actually getting hardly any attention before. So I took an offer of $60. Maybe I could have got more, but I'd rather take that profit and move on with my life. Next are a pair of Carhartt jeans. These were in a size 40, blue straight leg. I think I got these at a random church garage sale this spring. They sold for $12. Next is a pair of Democracy jeans. These were the Absolution. It says that on the tag underneath the size, in a size 14. They were also a bootcut style. They sold for my full asking price of $35. Next was a bundle of 3 items for $57. One was a Sundance large red and white striped top. Next was an Anthropologie Pilcrow purple top, and then a Keurig Dawn sweater. Medium, large. Those all sold together for $57, so that was a nice little bundle. Next were a pair of Cool pants. These were in a size 14. Hiking trail outdoor pants sold for $14. I had so many like small sales this week, but someone was like, how do you make any money? So I don't know. I mean, I still do. I have to decide, like, do I want to list a lot of things sometimes and make smaller amounts of money that add up to a lot, or do I want to list less things and like make more money or make the same? Okay, what am I trying to say? Do I want to list a whole bunch of more things to make a certain amount of profit, or do I want to list less things to make the same amount of profit, but I have to be like more picky with what I'm getting? So I don't know. I feel like I'm like in between, because this week on Poshmark was like a lot more of like lower sales, but it did all add up to like pretty good money that I have like going into my bank account. So let me know what you do. Next, Spanx size 1X brown faux vegan leather croc shapewear leggings sold for $23. I sold this pair of Revice jeans in a size 32. These were a wide leg flare pair of pants, and they sold for $21. And the person's comment was, oh my gosh, these jeans are a game changer. I can't remember the last time I felt so good in a pair of pants. Thank you so much. I hardly ever read those, but sometimes when I'm going through this, I'll click into the listing and see them. Okay, and I think that's it on Poshmark. So just a decent sales week, I feel like. I'm hoping things will get better. I feel like pretty soon when I'm able to source more, like I'm going a decent amount right now, but like source more intentionally and have more time, maybe I'll start doing better. But I still feel like I'm doing good. Like I'm making profit in my bank account. I'm like building up the money, which is good because I need to start buying Christmas presents soon. And then after that, I need to pay off me and Grace's Disney trip. We're going in February. I'm so excited. Me and Grace, only me and Grace, we've never gone alone before. So yay, because usually when we're with the boys, I mean, usually we still do whatever we want, but it's just like different. The more people you have on a trip like that, the harder it is. Because like we want to go to like all the parades, all the fireworks, all the shows, where it's like the boys are like, no thanks. Like they don't want to do much of that stuff usually. So that'll be really nice. Okay, let me know down below what your best sale was this week. I think mine was definitely that Wilson's leather coat on Depop. That was a super fun sale. I wish I could find stuff like that all the time, but that's not reality. My bread and butter pretty much is what paid my bills, mixed in with some of those higher price sales. So I do have some really good stuff that I got at a consignment store recently and some thrift stores. I think I'm gonna be able to get all of that stuff together for you guys for a video on Tuesday, only because it's going to be one of the videos where I put up the current sold comps. So it's not gonna just be something I can film and be done with. And I do not have time to, tomorrow we're gonna be in Des Moines all day for a volleyball tournament. Sunday is like family day. And so I'm just like, I don't think I'm gonna have time to get that up for you guys. So come back on Tuesday for that and I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching, bye.